Bones are amazing things. They hold us up. They support us. They make us strong. But bones have other uses. In the past, bones were thrown by diviners, seeking out the mysteries of the future. Now the bones are cubes, made of plastic or resin, but they still reveal things to us. As they fall from our fingers and rattle across the table, the story becomes clear. Welcome to Bone Throwers Theater, an RPG actual play podcast.
Hello and welcome back to Bone Throwers Theater. This is Johnny playing, maybe for the last time, Chine North.
I am Ellie playing Archi.
This is Jeff playing Jerr Lan.
This is Jeremy playing Julian Illix.
This is Aaron playing Sam. My dice are on fire.
They are. Oh my gosh, the amount of sixes he's rolled on those wild dice.
I rolled a lot of sixes today too.
It's a good day.
It is.
Not for me.
Hard.
My name is Jordan, and I'm playing Consiglio.
So, the poster with my face on it.
Consiglio has a multi-personality disorder right now.
So now the question is, do we say anything or do we just go ahead and go to sleep and tell him later?
Yeah, because it's Julian and Chime downstairs. We didn't see that yet.
Uh-huh.
Did we all open it and look or just Sam?
Sam at this point.
Oh, God.
Archie's in the corner, just chilling.
As a
Did
rule
you
of
say
thumb,
anything in response to seeing it? Like, oh.
Yeah, I think I'd say something.
I think as a general rule for the rest of this campaign, nothing should ever end with just Sam.
I think that's Sam.
I think that is your episode title.
Just Sam.
Just Sam.
We'll see.
Do you think we should show him this?
You pick up one of the posters.
It can wait till we're rested.
Show him what?
There's a poster with Chime's face on it.
Wait, no way, let me see.
I think they're using the print shop downstairs.
Sam, you would recognize the image as the profile photo that's kept on all military personnel records.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're using the print shop downstairs for this.
Why would they be printing his face?
I don't know. Well, I mean, his name, North, and we know that his dad and his brother were council related.
Well, his dad was on the council.
Well, right, but I'm just saying that
His brother was trying to overthrow the council.
Archie's waving his hand. Wait. All I'm hearing is council, chime. That's all the connections I'm getting right here.
Yeah, before you were around, we had to deal with Chime's brother, who was trying to overthrow the council.
And Chime's brother is...
Dead.
Okay.
Was that the information you were looking for, or were you looking
It
for the
wasn't,
name?
but I'm going to keep going with it.
And then when we were in the Black House, when we met you, we ran into Chime's dad. He's dead too. And his dad was on the council.
So it seems like the North family has a habit of dying.
Not just dying, but at our hands.
Wow.
I'm going to go underneath the table now.
That's healing hands for you.
Well, not only that, that's Johnny's biological brother saying this.
But, I mean, it just happens that way. And Chime's been on board with both of their deaths.
Okay.
I mean, they weren't good people, but...
So are we... If they weren't good people, again, a pattern... Third time's the charm?
No.
Just as bad?
Chime is Chime. I think Chime's okay.
You think. So we've traveled all this way. I'm putting trust in people that you think are okay.
Chime's been... I mean, Jerr, what do you think of Chime?
I think he needs a lot more help.
Yeah.
This
we
doesn't
can't
help
give.
me. What?
No,
A lot more help.
Right, we're gonna keep working with him. Chime's not gonna kill us in our sleep.
How loud are you guys being?
About this loud.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
I mean, because honestly, Julian and Chime are keeping guard, so we're listening intently for any noises that are coming.
8.
17.
Chime might be a little sleepy at the moment, but Julian hears Chime's name being said quite a bit.
It's not like he's going to kill us in our sleep or anything. We're traveling with him, we're working with him, and we take it a day at a time, just like we have been
with everyone. There's a little bit of a stare down between Sam and Jerr at that.
Precisely. We take it a day at a time with everyone.
Julian's gonna say, Chime, are you good here by yourself for 1 second?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, I'll be right back. And he just pokes his head up, like, really quickly. He's like, you guys are being kind of loud. What's going on?
Don't worry about it. We'll tell you about it later.
No, actually, Julian, come here. And I show you the poster.
You show me the poster. Wow.
Someone's using the print shop.
Yeah, we kind of figured that. Chime.
Right, but I mean,
So
they're
the inks-
storing stuff here. They're going to be back. Likely soon. Look at all these boxes.
And it looks like somebody. Julian's flustered like this is like Chime should not be downstairs by himself in case somebody walks in.
Because you
That's
just
fair.
left the dude with his face on the poster.
Julian
I feel like there's like that bird's eye view of the realization. We're all like,
Julian stuffs the thing into his pocket, goes immediately back downstairs. It's like,
Everything okay up there?
no, go upstairs, please. Send one of them down. Whoever wants to volunteer.
Okay. Like, go. What's going on,
Yeah.
guys? One of y'all need to go downstairs, take my place apparently for some reason.
fine, all right.
So why?
Check out your picture.
I'm
not sure if they like you or don't.
And what does it say on it again?
In the
Down.
council.
In the council.
I agree with the sentiment on it.
Have you ever said that?
Not in so many words, but it is sort of what was said in the manifesto as we were leaving the city.
Yeah.
But not in those exact words.
So,
Yeah, I mean, I guess, and that was put out by the image of rednecks near.
Yeah.
But so how would you be linked to the words?
Well, if you remember when we were leaving the city, they were chanting north because we named out my father in manifesto
and we named Chime.
and had my name.
All of our names.
And my poster, along with all of yours, was on the wanted posters everywhere when we were leaving.
Is this the same image that was on the wanted posters?
Probably would have been.
Okay.
Probably.
Have you grown a beard or anything during our time away from the city?
No.
He's one of those people who's incapable of growing a beard.
I've got disguise others.
But it only lasts like an hour.
Oh.
So it's not very useful.
Well, anytime we need to go outside. It might be a good idea to keep you away from the windows. At least until we know if they're trying to kill you or use you as a
Yeah, I agree.
as a poster boy.
But yeah, okay, well, let's do what we came to this place for and get some rest. I'm gonna sleep here in the doorway. And I have my pistol.
Your security blanket.
Yes.
Do you need a bear as well? Because apparently you have a bear too.
Yeah, I'll go rest.
So when you come down, Archie, Julian has the poster out of his pocket again, and he's studying it intently.
So, Chime, is he somebody to trust? Because those two fools up there wouldn't give you straight answers.
Trust is a funny thing.
I see. I would have hoped you would be straightforward with me.
Well, I am. In that you only know if you can really trust somebody the more time you spend around them. And the more time you spend around them, the more you also know when you can't trust them. So, trust, I don't think is a solid thing, per se, especially not with this group. It's fluctuating. And we can only do our parts to make sure we are trustworthy. I can't do anything to make sure that Chime is trustworthy or doesn't have a adverse reaction to, holds up the poster, a particular set of circumstances. Because anybody under duress can do something that can be considered untrustworthy.
I guess I'm gonna have to take another leap of faith, huh? The part that I'm concerned about at this moment is, regardless whether or not he is someone bad to represent the council or somebody who is now on a poster going against the council, and he's with our party, and now there's posters of him, so we can just assume they're all over town.
Well, I think we already knew that, and if we forget how we left the city, I mean, faces were already on posters. We had to sort of reveal ourselves to combat that, to say that that was the subterfuge, was blaming us. So, yeah, does the city know us by name and face? Yeah. Now, valid point. Why were these posters made? Were they made to rally behind Chime, or paint Chime as somebody that needs to be ended? Because this is sort of vague. End the council with Chime's face on it. Is Chime the one saying end the council, or is Chime now the face of the council now that there's no more North? That's the face of the
just
council.
the assumption that there is no more North, that he is now stepping up. But that wouldn't make sense since he was part of our group as we left. What we need is
Or is it
answers.
even a further subterfuge? Is the actual council putting Chime as the poster boy, so divert all the attention to Chime as the enemy and away from the actual council members? We don't know until whoever has made this, we're able to talk to and discern where they're actually stands. What is the purpose of this? That's why I've been studying on this. Is it just Chime's face with those words and that's it? Is there any background?
And symbols.
Symbols, no context?
No, it's just his face and those words.
So in other words, we have nothing. Nothing but the fact that it was printed here. I don't know this place. Do you know who worked here?
Katari worked here. Jerr worked
But
here.
Katari's been with us the entire time.
Julian doesn't know that.
You said Jerr works here.
He did at one point.
But again, like, Katari and Jerr have been with us the entire time since we left. Unless these were printed beforehand as a plan, that these were left during the time that we were leaving.
No. Chime said that print smell was fresh.
How fresh?
Julian wants to investigate. He wants to actually head down to the print shop
It sounds like a good assessment.
and take a look and see what he can find himself down there.
Okay.
If you don't mind, I'll join you. Or should I be keeping an eye out?
Stand right here, because what it is basically one of those catch that hides the stairs down to the basement.
Okay.
So that's where the print shop is, and it's in view slightly around the wall, so in view of the front door. So we should probably be keeping an eye on the front door.
Yeah,
So-
you can kind of see down the stairs and out the front door.
So that's probably where Archie should be.
All right.
All right.
Keep in post.
Investigate, dropping, and keep it right there because I'm most likely getting it back.
No, you're not getting it back.
Nope, I'm not. I still might succeed in finding something, but I'm not getting it back. Where am I?
You might.
35.
Okay.
And I still have the vision. The sight, as we've been calling it.
So there's nobody down there.
Good.
Everything is shut down at the moment, but it only seems to have been down for maybe a few hours at most.
So there's still some residual heat
Yes.
from the... Can I notice any footprints?
No.
No.
You can see like some toner bottles, trays that with like a roller brushes that someone would use to put toner onto some. You can see dirty rags that have been used to wipe hands off, clean up spills, that kind of stuff.
Is the hole in the wall still a hole in the wall, or has it
No,
been
it's
patched?
been sealed,
Sealed how?
bricked up.
Bricked. Okay. Does that look recent?
It looks like it's a couple months old. If you had to guess, then probably because last time you really were here was right before the Black House.
Yeah.
You haven't been back since then.
No.
So you probably once you moved out, they had started breaking things up because the whole hole in there was from the fire drake who was trying to get at you guys from the other basement. So they probably started the repairs pretty quickly.
Okay.
You do see some other designs, mock-ups.
And they are of...
Yeah.
And
Well,
who?
they all say end the council.
Okay.
One is a counselor's mask with X through it. One is Jerr's face. One is Sam's face, and one is Julian's face.
So no Archie.
No Archie. There's also some that's like end the council, and you can see a candle with smoke coming off of it. End the council, and there's just a feather falling to the ground. End the council, and a boulder that's been split in two by a wedge. And then end the council, and it's a well with a lid on the hole.
Oof.
Oh, they think we're at the council.
No.
No.
It's anti-proxy propaganda.
It's the beginning of the chase. Yeah. Are there prints of these?
These are all mock-ups at this point.
So they're sketches, basically.
Yes, there are some sketches. If you open up the printer, you would see that it looks like Chime's face has been swapped out with yours. And it's weird looking at your face carved into wood block.
Inversed.
They did a good job with the dreads, though.
So it's wood? So they're the plates of other people's faces.
Yes.
There.
Yes.
Is there a trash can?
There's a waste bin.
Metal?
Yes, but small. Just basically for throwing away, like, sheets of paper. Not big enough to burn a block of wood in.
Julian's going to take the plates with the blocks with everyone's images on them. Were these... Okay, there's another question. Are there any carving tools around?
No.
So there's no way to tell how these were made?
Correct.
There's no, like, wood shavings around?
No.
Or anything?
Perfectly clean, except for printing detritus.
Okay. Julian's going to take all those plates, go back up. In Archie, you see Julian coming up with these plates.
It's probably a good 60 pounds of wood.
Archie's been facing the door, so he's like, "Hey, what'd you
And he lays them out.
What do you got there?"
You see him grab his machete, and he just starts hacking at the wood in there. And it's like, burn those. Burn
What are
them
they?
so they cannot be recognizable. They will... Chime's face, my face, Sam's face, Jer's face. Printed on them as people that are going to be the face of ending the council. I don't like where this is going. I don't think our faces should be used in that manner.
Okay. Right? He says ignite, and then he starts flame jetting them, one by one.
Okay. So, I'm imagining this makes a decent amount of noise.
Yes.
And it's pretty good smell.
Well, smell, yes, but
Noise?
Noise, I don't think too much noise.
Well, for fire, like burning wood is like...
Crackling.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little bit, but it's not real
Yeah.
loud. Yeah, smell. That's definitely.
And while that's going on, he brings up the other ones with the images of the elementals.
Yeah.
In between one of them,
And he's not going to do anything with those just quite yet.
in between one of the plaques of wood, Archie's gonna stop for a second and push back his hair and say, "You said everybody's name but mine.
Yeah, there was none of yours, none of Katari's, none of
Fair?
Bear's that were all mentioned. It was just 4 of us. You were left out.
Why?"
I don't know.
Again, more answers that we need. And he starts continuing to flame jet.
And he sets the other ones off to the side and says, don't touch those yet. Our whole group needs to have a discussion about what this actually means.
Alright? And he's gonna finish up the last one.
Okay. So I would imagine, Chime, you're having a hard time sleeping.
Uh-huh.
And you start to smell stuff burning.
Uh-huh.
You're not a big fan of fire.
No. I'm getting over it, but I'm not over it yet. I call down, Julian, everything okay down there?
Everything is not okay down here. But it's, let me rephrase. Everything is under control down here. Let's just put it that way.
You sure?
Positive. It's just there's more to this plot that we have uncovered.
Okay, because I smell something burning.
Yeah. It's on purpose.
Okay, as long as it's under control.
Alright, back to just keeping watch.
Alright, so you guys are keeping watch. The rest of you enjoying slumbers.
Are we all like hunkered down in the same area, or are we kind of spread out on this floor?
Up here, we're like same room in the
Right,
on the
but
floor.
like not like next to each other.
No, not right next to each other.
So who's going to rotate out to take watch?
Well, since I was told to stay here, these two should.
At least one of us, because we got to do it in like weird shifts.
Weird shifts, alternating.
Yeah.
So Julian would volunteer to stay the extra,
Okay.
since Archie was one of the ones doing the main work too.
So, yeah. So who does Archie come wake up?
Well, Chine first, because I'm blocking the doorway.
Not necessarily, unless Archie on purpose
Boom,
steps
boom.
on.
All right.
Sam.
Yeah. Watch.
Yeah. It's time.
Okay. Sam will get up, grab the helmet, and head downstairs.
Okay. Julian's sitting there on the step of the basement, but just looking at the front door.
Anything going on?
And he looks tired. And he's like shaking himself awake. He's like, "Now it's been pretty quiet. However, in coming down here," and he's just staring intently at the door. "I did some investigating downstairs, and this is not good.
Like,
They
how
have,
not good?
you know those posters with Chime's face?
Yeah.
Someone had prepped more posters to be done with each of our faces, except Archie's. I didn't think we wanted our faces used like that, so I took care of those plates. However, that's not the most disturbing part. At least to me, it's not.
What's the most disturbing part?
We know that there are more than proxies on the council.
Right.
The council posters are, in addition to outing us as the face of bringing down the council, are focused on the elemental types as something to be fought against. There's an image representing earth, air, water, and fire.
So there are anti-proxy posters.
It appears to be.
Do you have one of the posters or just the plates?
And he points over towards a stack of plates at the wall. And I was like, those are the elemental focused posters. There's also one of a councilman's turn as he turns and looks. Really? Helmet? Yes, that's on the image. With the thing in your hand. Why do you still have that?
I turned it back on.
What?
It still works.
Is it on now?
I mean, I think it's always on, but it's not responsive. It looks like Shade and I need to do something to get it to talk to us.
To talk to you, what if it's talking to somebody else right now?
Well, we were able to use it for getting our message out earlier.
Yes.
It proved useful. I think that it still might prove useful. We might be able to use this to either see what other groups are out here, make contact with other people. It's not like we're going to be wearing this around town, so no one's going to think we're council.
I mean, yes, no, we're going to be wearing it, but
I just
not
think-
knowing how that thing works, we don't know if it's going to lead somebody to us.
Hasn't yet.
Did it? We had the North Valisaran army show up at...
But they weren't looking for us. They were looking at the city. I turned it on back at the ship.
And he's like, no, not outside of the city. How did you know they didn't track us using that helmet to the animal preserve?
Because it wasn't on at that point. Oh, I couldn't get anything from it.
Well, yes, that's my point. What if you couldn't get anything from it, but it was still sending something out to somebody else?
I think if that was the case, they would have been there sooner.
They were there 12 hours after we got...
Right, but what I mean is we would have been chased more along the way. If it's sending out a beacon, we wouldn't be encountering them only at certain places. It would be pretty constant them on our heels.
It's a fair point. However, it's not conclusive, I think.
No, I don't think either is conclusive. And right now, it just seems to me like it's going to be more useful than it is going to be dangerous. You know, we might find out otherwise, but...
True. And we might find out that it's not sending out any signal. And it could be 100% useful to us down the line. I just got a bad feeling about that helmet.
Okay, well then we'll only use it when we think it's safe. As in when we're in a safe place. I just wanted to show you that we still had it. And if you're asking me not to use it right now, I just wanted to make sure, full disclosure.
I do appreciate that. And I just don't think it's... One, just like I have a bad feeling about that helmet, I got a bad feeling about whoever's creating these posters.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be someone who's like, oh, they left the city, so no harm, no foul, using their faces. But then again, why only target, it seems, elementals and elemental powers?
But if
There's
they
nothing
were...
that denotes anything besides one, us, and then elementals.
These look like Chimes was his official military photo.
And mine was my official ID. They look like the official images that were on the wanted posters. So they used our official photos.
So you think they took our images from the wanted posters?
Yes. There's also what I didn't find in the basement that's troublesome. I didn't find any evidence that those were made in the basement.
So you think they're being made and distributed to multiple print shops?
They could be, or at least they weren't carved there. Who knows if they were actually carved or they were actually made by an earth elemental.
Why would an elemental make anti-elemental propaganda?
I don't know. Or made somehow with an innate ability to shape wood without carving.
Have you ever heard of that?
I mean, no one has been able to classify and have a complete list of innate abilities.
Not a complete list, but there's some classifications out there. The military keeps some pretty detailed classifications on innate ability types.
I'm sure they do, but nothing that has, as me as non-military, would have ever had the privilege of seeing.
Okay. So I guess it very well could be an innate making these. But we won't know until we can find the people that are printing these.
Yeah.
Is that our next step? Would our wanted posters have had details about any of our classifications, like being a proxy?
I would imagine so. I mean, that's like information that's really
like wanted armed and dangerous, wanted air proxy, Sam Feluge. So if they're pulling it from our wanted posters, my wanted poster said that I'm a proxy.
Would the wanted posters have said anything, though, about innate abilities? Depending on where they came from, this is all out of game. Depending on where they came from, they might have. If it was the council that actually made the wanted posters, then I could see, yes, them having Julian's innate ability on there since the Void was tagging Julian. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Whereas they would not have Chime.
They wouldn't have it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they thought Chime was refusing to be a proxy.
Right. Chime was essentially an unregistered innate.
Yeah.
And his power is so
subtle.
Registered.
Yeah.
Not official registered. Because... Ooh, that's...
Yeah. In which case, then the previous question about classifications and what innate abilities are out there would be a little bit more... Right. Okay. So, why, if they're just straight anti-elemental propaganda, why are they using my face and Jer's face?
I mean, like I said, it could be use of convenience. And no one has seen us in months, so they're thinking we can use their faces with no consequence because they're gone.
Yeah. So I think we won't know until we track them down and we ask them.
But I thought it prudent, since we had potential to be seen in the city once again, that flyers weren't going out in masses with our faces printed all over them.
That's probably a good plan.
And he pulls the poster of China. So how many of these were there upstairs?
Box says full.
So those probably should be destroyed.
It wouldn't hurt to go ahead and destroy that bunch up there in the morning.
After
at night.
At night. Because it's probably...
all the best work happens after the sun goes down.
And it's probably like 10 a.m. right now.
Yeah. Has there been any movement out on the street? Any foot traffic, any noises?
Minor, but it's heavily regulated. Any people that you see going by are typically in uniform. Every once in a while, you'll see an ambulance go by, that kind of thing. Sometimes you'll see what looks like a crew of enforced labor, with people in jumpsuits, all wearing the same thing, numbers across their backs.
Since we are probably close to the tail end of Julian's site, does he notice, are these people all in the work details commons, elementals, good mix?
A good mix.
Okay.
Everything is all jumbled together. But it is definitely a disturbing sight. With that image, we'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back right after this.
At nerdstalking.com, we have explosions. We've got beautiful women, tropical locales, fast cars, money giveaways. Do you want a new TV? Just listen, you get a free TV. You want a DeLorean? You listen twice, we'll give you a DeLorean.
Chad? We can't afford any of that.
What do you mean?
It's too expensive.
Well, what are we supposed to do then?
We just talk. Nerdstalking.com!
Subscribe now.
or else.
And we are back. I would imagine at this point you all have like cycled through, got some rest. You're all feeling a lot better.
Time jump, nothing has happened.
For the time being. Every once in a while, it looks like someone is going to walk towards the building, get a little tense, but they like go into the side alley.
All right, so we've all rested.
Yep. What do you want to do?
Destroy some posters.
All right, Archie, do you want to destroy some posters?
I checked the other boxes, see if there's any other prints.
It's a valid point. We just assumed that they were all Chime.
They're just random people. Thursday's on there. Oh no, not Thursday. Cromdale beat.
Abel. Although that would be frightening.
That would be frightening.
Gaspar. Every NPC
Jerry's best friend.
that we've come across.
The captain of the Plucky Parrot.
Yeah, the medics at the hospital animal reserve. Yeah.
So we destroyed the
Jasper.
We destroyed the posters,
Yes.
Destroy the posters.
and then what's the plan?
Do we wait it out here, see if they come back to print more? Or do we head to Thursdays to see for munitions?
So you said you also had another safe house location.
Yeah, another safe house location.
So if we know of another safe house, what we could do is we leave a note here to let people know that we have taken their plates, and we sign it with one of our names. So that way they can try to contact us elsewhere. We don't give them where we're going to be, but a drop site.
Yes, you want to use my name to sign it.
I think Chime is the safest one to use.
Safest, do you think, to use?
Yes,
Why is that?
because he's the most known already. I mean, we can use anybody's name. You know, one of ours, I think, to let them know we're back. We would like to talk to them.
How about we don't use a name?
What, stay anonymous?
There's also the issue of not knowing what their true intentions are, which is why I would hesitate putting one of our names to it.
What about just initials? And so that they can make assumptions. Or we don't. We just say, interested in your work. We've taken some of your plates. Reach us at via such and such safe drop.
Do we sign anybody's name to it?
No.
Okay.
Sign Julian's name. He's the one who made the speech.
No.
No.
Redneck's near.
We put right next to yours name on
We
it.
signed it Redneck's near.
There we go.
Interested in your work. Contact us via drop at. I mean, we're taking a few risks.
Well, let's choose a drop point closer to here.
Okay.
I'm not saying this exact neighborhood, but closer to here.
Archie's apartment. Can we list your apartment as a place for a blind drop?
I don't see why not.
I mean, if it's anything like the park where we came in, Archie's apartment is right on the border of the park, which was used as a military staging area.
But it's right on the border.
Yes.
Is it close enough that we can go scope it out before we come back and leave a note?
Probably take an hour to get there and back.
You can always split up.
One of us go scope it out and...
Relay information back.
Yeah.
So it's obviously me that's going.
Or I could go.
How are you going to relay information back?
We maintain a connection for the next hour and a half.
Okay.
Shade is definitely good with that.
So let's do it then.
Alright. I'm rolling to sneak my way over there.
Don't you want to make sure this connection is established first?
Oh yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Oh my gosh. Luckily, it's
Yeah.
a low number, so I still got it.
Nice.
You've been having a rough, 3 sessions?
No, at least it's not on the wild die. The wild die has been giving me the most trouble the last 3 sessions.
Yeah.
My wild die has been pretty consistent today. Only 1-1 and like 4 6s, so.
So connection established.
Yes.
12.
12.
12 for now.
Oh gosh.
It is night-ish.
It is nightish, but...
Is there a target?
Yeah, the target is like 25.
Oh! It's 13. 3 dice.
Statistically doable.
I think if I'd known that it was going to be that high, I would have. Yeah, would have used a fate point.
There's a lot of searchlights being flashed
Yeah.
around the city. Also, like I was saying earlier, there's a lot of checkpoints with barbed wire, sandbags, It's not easy to sneak around.
Sewer time.
And you move slower when
Sewer
you're in
time.
shadow.
Yes.
Is there lots of foot traffic?
No. The foot traffic is minimal in the daytime. Mostly any traffic is military or paramilitary related. There's some troop convoys that go by. Every once in a while you hear like an explosion in the distance, but it seems to be a relatively quiet area where you are.
Understood. Got it.
So since I made the roll, and we said I'm sneaking over there,
And it's cold.
what are my next options? Am I discovered right away? Do I start to sneak and I can see that it's going to be much more difficult than expected?
Yeah.
So can I prep myself and try again?
You could. You could choose a different route. You could do aggressive negotiations.
I think I'll choose a different route. And I will go through the sewer.
Okay.
And I will sneak like that.
I think I'm going to start doubling the target number whenever you double your dice.
Oh my gosh.
What's the point in doubling dice?
I know.
33.
Hand it over.
Maybe you should just up that number.
See, I would see upping that number before upping targets.
I'll think about it.
If you use a fate point,
it's
your
4.
target to get it back is greater.
Yeah.
If you don't use it, it's 30.
I like
I
that
actually
rule.
like that idea.
Yeah.
And I think I mentioned that last time because, especially when I'm rolling 14D, it's a guarantee I'm hitting 30.
Yeah.
Alright, so using the sewers,
Mm-hmm.
how easy is it to get over there without being noticed?
You know, you never really thought that you would see propaganda posters in a sewer.
What do the propaganda posters that I'm seeing say?
You're mostly seeing ones pro the council.
Okay.
In the sewers? Oh gosh.
Some Fire Drake logos here and there. Remember, Patroller was using the sewers.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. So when I get over to the area of the apartment, how contested does it appear to be?
As you climb the ladder up to the manhole cover, you can hear a firefight happening above you.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of turn to shadow and stick my head up there.
Okay.
Just to see what I can see.
See who's fighting.
27.
So it is definitely soldiers, and it seems to be a group of, looks like freedom fighters, like ragtag people with really old antique weapons. You can see them lobbing some Molotov cocktails. They seem to be using more guerrilla tactics, shooting from windows and higher up in apartment buildings and things like that.
Does it look like the soldiers have been ambushed, or does it look like...
No, this looks like it's been a sustained
Okay.
push. It looks like the soldiers are coming in to clear out the area.
Okay. Then I relay that back to Julian. So the area is pretty hot over here. Sam threw shade. I asked Shade to let Julian know this. That the area is pretty hot. Definitely some firefights still going on over here.
Julian's gonna say back, so that area doesn't appear to be a good place for a covert drop.
Probably not. It would be either noticed or it would be tough for them to get here.
We just need a location that's not too heated.
I mean, why not 2 blocks over from where we're at, from the chop shop? I'm coming back and we can discuss this, or you guys can discuss it while I'm...
Yeah, we'll discuss it now. We'll just keep the connection going. We'll discuss it now.
okay.
While you're walking back.
While you're walking back. So there's the Blackbird Hotel where we discovered the body that we thought was dead that wasn't dead. You and Sam discovered the body that you thought was dead that wasn't dead.
Yes. Yeah.
That's only a couple blocks from the chop shop.
Well, that'd be perfect.
Okay. So that's what we're writing on the note. And we'll meet you there, outside the hotel. The alleyway where we entered the room.
Yes.
Yeah.
At the Blackbird.
All right. Julian's going to say, so, Shade, do you want to keep this connection going until we rejoin? So, well, 1, we know if you encounter any trouble, and 2, you know if there's any trouble where we are.
Alright, so I'm Shade?
Yeah.
Alright. We can keep the connection open for now.
Okay. Just wanted to know.
Yeah. It's a good idea. In case you need help.
Or you need help.
Yeah, in case you need help. Exactly.
I got you, Shade. I got you. So, Okay, everybody else is saying, all right, we're on to the Blackbird.
All right.
So you go to the Blackbird.
Yep.
Because we're just meeting there before we head to our next location, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that way we can go on to our either our safe house or whatever
Thursday.
our next step is.
Thursdays.
I guess that's our next stop is to go to Thursdays.
Okay.
Yep. Order some bullets.
Thursdays is still there.
If there's some pieces still there, I can still build something. Remember, I was a weapon builder on the side.
Do we remember that?
No.
The kids met me that way. None of you did.
Nope.
No.
You wouldn't know.
We wouldn't. Have we mentioned specifically wanting someone to make bullets?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Have you offered up the ability to make bullets?
I have not.
Okay.
I should maybe, speak out now, guys. I can probably build some of our weapons to specialize in some of our abilities as well. And some weapons for Julian and Chine. Let alone the bullets.
Really?
So mostly we need Thursday for the materials.
Do you know how to make bullets?
I do.
Julian says just like that. It's like,
How come you didn't say something when he was asking where we could get munitions made?
I wasn't focused on the situation you were talking about. Sometimes I just, zone out when Julian's talking, you know? But in all realness, sorry. I've been zoned out lately. I've been out of my mind. The sight of things I'm scared. So, I'm sorry if I haven't been altogether here. But I'm speaking up now. I want to be of a help. That's how I can help.
So what materials do you need to build what he's asking for?
platinum and argon.
Gunpowder.
I mean, which we can get. We can get bullets and modify them.
And like I said, I can make specialized ability weapons.
I like
Really?
that too.
Yeah.
I could possibly create some kind of bracelet to amplify your powers to connect to other elementals.
How? I mean,
I said possibly.
I was just trying to think because I've never had to have equipment to use my ability.
No, but there's things that you need. There's
I need
dirt.
access to elements.
Well, maybe there's something that would make the elemental
bracelet that carries
connection.
those all.
Yeah, I mean,
Instead of
these are
carrying a
things-
jar of dirt around.
Archie's got a point. So we can go to Thursday. We request the things we need, and we let Archie loose on some of this.
Let's give him some materials.
So do we make it to Thursdays?
Yes.
And then we're calling Jordan was not being nice to the kids. There's no elevator in Thursdays
Right.
complex. So there's lots of stairs.
Is Thursday's building still there? I shouldn't have asked. I think it's best just to roll with some of these things.
No. No.
So what are our options?
What's the conditions like here? Is it just demolished or is it actively an active zone?
It's an active zone. There's increased number of soldiers on the street.
All right, we need to find Thursday or someone like Thursday. So whatever contacts we have, we need to get in touch with.
I might have a few suppliers still out there.
Okay. Same. Do we want to split up and meet back at the second safe house so we can contact our suppliers? Or do we go straight to the safe house and we go together to meet each of our suppliers?
Is time of the essence? Or is strength of the essence because we're stronger together?
We are stronger together. I would hate to get pinned down by myself.
We all play an important role
Worse
in
yet,
this.
picked up.
Or get picked up.
Ugh.
Alright, so we know we're going down to this safe house in the southwest. So, are any of your contacts along the way?
Yeah, I think my buddy March.
Okay. So we can go see March, or see what's going on in that area. I think I might have one just past the safe house. What about Julian? Any of your...
My contacts were more in an official capacity. So I don't know if we could trust any of my contacts.
Okay.
A lot of my contacts were law enforcement.
Yeah, all my contacts were military.
There is the person who hired me for Healing Hands. I just know where they worked. Most likely they are probably compromised. Because I actually had given that person's name to what I'm now knowing is not Katari, but Katana.
Okay.
So I doubt that they're still in place.
What about you, Jerry? You have any contacts in the city?
No. Just firefighters.
All right, so let's go see March on the way to the other safe house.
Let's hope he's still there.
Where'd March live?
May I borrow somebody's? Yeah, thank you. We're going southeast.
Southwest.
Okay. So, probably... Okay.
Center ring. Near the South Center Station.
Sounds great. Let's do it. So you all reach March's house without too much issue. It's still intact.
No, my question is, what's the conditions? Because March's house is in the inner ring of the aqua rail, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm assuming there's no aqua rail.
Yeah,
it's just the remnant.
It's not running anymore, at least.
It's,
Could we use that for travel?
no. Well, I mean,
But-
if you want
It's
to walk.
frozen.
My
have
point
to
is, what is the conditions of the neighborhoods inside the inner ring, closer to the?
The closer you get to the council complex,
Yeah.
the better it gets. The more tightly controlled it gets, and less damage has been done.
So we're seeing less military action. Are we also seeing fewer checkpoints?
You're seeing a lot of military presence still.
Right, and so I guess a lot of times when there's a lot of military presence and things are a little bit quieter, the military is less harsh.
Yeah.
You know, there's not.
Oh, they're more
gun in-
complacent.
Yeah, there's not gun in your face interrogation. Who are you and what are you doing here? It's more boredom, move along, be about your business kind of attitude. Is
Yes.
that what we're seeing?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're less tense. They're basically just going through the motions, crossing the I's, dotting the T's.
Okay, perfect. My eyes are definitely crossed.
So you get to March's.
There's a secret knock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You use the secret knock, and the door viewer slides open, and someone looks through. They close it, and they open the door. It's not March. It's a woman.
Hi, I'm looking for March.
March is gone.
What does that mean? March is gone, as like he's gone to get groceries and he's coming back.
One can hope. Who are you?
I am a friend of March's. Who are you?
I'm a friend of March's.
I see. Is there any way you can help us? When's the last time you saw him?
He left about an hour ago. He said he'd be back soon.
Fine, great. Can we...
Get in. Get in. You can't be on the streets. They'll recognize your face.
They haven't yet.
And how do you know?
You met my husband?
No.
We haven't.
Who's
Only
your husband?
Crom Delby.
Yes.
Yes. I've met your husband.
Julian's like, I actually never met your husband.
One of you met my husband.
Yeah, both of us did. Yes, we met your husband.
You're here to help, right? You're here to lead the uprising.
Yes. We're here.
No.
Yes, we're here to lead the uprising.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Bone Throwers Theater.
Thank you for listening to Bone Throwers Theater. Our cast is Aaron, Ellie, Jeff, Jeremy, Johnny, and Jordan. We are releasing this podcast under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 3.0 Unported license. That means you can share the podcast, but please do not modify it or try to gain financially from it. If you would like to visit our website, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater.com. If you would like to send us an email, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle is bonethrowerstheater. You can also look us up on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And until next time, may the bones fall ever in your favor. This has been a Nerd Circle podcast production.